unusual couple, you know?
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 ways WandaVision connects to the MCU.
Fresh.
So I keep a watch list of individuals and beings from other realms that may be a threat to this world.
Everybody back to work!
For this list, we'll be looking at the Disney Plus series WandaVision and discussing how it will fit into the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe. Please note, given the limited information available, this is primarily speculation. Which Disney Plus MCU shows are you most excited about? Tell us in the comments below. Number 10. Shuri to the rescue.
Why didn't you just reprogram the synapses to work collectively?
Because we didn't think of it?
I'm sure you did your best.
In the lead up to this series, there's a sizable elephant in the room, or perhaps more accurately, an android-sized hole. Vision met a rather grisly fate in the Avengers Infinity War. He actually died twice. As such, there's some explaining to be done in terms of how exactly it is that he's once again up and walking around. One theory is that T'Challa's brilliant sister Shuri managed to back up Vision's memories. She may not have been successful in removing the stone in time, but what if she preemptively copied his mind? Shuri may have rebuilt the android, or he could equally be a disembodied consciousness that only takes shape in a virtual space, which could also explain him still having the Mind Stone. Number 9. The full extent of Wanda's powers revealed.
It's time for some mind games.
Compared to her comic book counterpart, Elizabeth Olsen's version of Wanda Maximoff has been playing softball in the MCU up until now.
Why was she up there all this time?
Only on a rare few emotionally charged occasions have we glimpsed her true potential. In the comics, however, she's widely recognized as one of the most powerful and dangerous characters on Earth, if not in the entire universe. Given the reality warping nature of this show, it would seem that Wanda is finally getting the power upgrade that the character deserves.
Her power, I think, comes from her huge amount of empathy as well.
As Kevin Feige, the president of Marvel Studios, put it in one interview, something that they absolutely make a big deal of in the show is that Wanda is in fact the Scarlet Witch, and for fans of the comics, that means awe-inspiring abilities. Number 8. Forget S.H.I.E.L.D., it's time for S.W.O.R.D. WandaVision is set to introduce the S.W.O.R.D. to Marvel's S.H.I.E.L.D. The Strategic Hazard Intervention Espionage Logistics Directorate has long been the primary agency dealing with superhero affairs in the Marvel comics.
So, we found it.
Over the years, however, readers have encountered the long list of affiliated organizations like Armor, Hammer, and S.W.O.R.D. The latter stands for Sentient World Observation and Response Department.
Been riding a desk for the past 6 years, trying to figure out where our future enemies are coming from. Never occurred to me they would be coming from above.
It has typically dealt with alien threats, but with the collapse of S.H.I.E.L.D., it could serve as the government's new agency for handling superhuman threats.
I thought Kree having sleeper cells was top secret information.
Nick.
And it looks like they've recruited some recognizable faces. Number 7. Familiar characters. Nick Fury isn't the sort of man who's ever likely to retire, and neither is Samuel L. Jackson.
Everybody back to work!
We don't expect him to pop up in WandaVision, but based on recent rumors of a S.W.O.R.D. series, we wouldn't be surprised if the organization was actually his initiative. You know who else S.W.O.R.D. seems to have attracted? That precocious little girl from Captain Marvel.
Fresh.
Monica Rambeau is all grown up, and it would seem her brush with superpowered beings led her into the field. Last but most certainly not least, Kat Dennings is set to return as Darcy from the Thor franchise.
What? He was freaking me out!
Could her experience with the God of Thunder have established her as an expert in the field of magic? Only time will tell.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas!
Wherever this talented actor's name appears, laughs are sure to follow. But what else can we glean from the trailer when it comes to Kathryn Hahn's role as Wanda and Vision's nosy neighbor Agnes?
Are you allowed to tell me anything about this? Or is it all secret and shush?
What if I was like, yes? No, I can't tell you anything. I can say I'm a nosy neighbor. That's what I'm allowed to say.
Well, she's certainly confident. And though she could be a fiction of Wanda's imagination, more on that later, we suspect that Agnes knows a lot more than the average neighbor to superheroes. Fans are speculating that Agnes is in fact none other than Agatha Harkness, a powerful witch who, in the comics, has been around since ancient times. Hahn is certainly wearing an outfit to fit the role.
Am I dead?
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
We suspect that, given apparently Wanda's burgeoning powers, Agnes is a member of the magical community who's been tasked with keeping tabs on the Scarlet Witch. Number 5. Children and potential future heroes.
Vision and Wanda were married in a joint Avengers wedding, and, like many couples, bought a house in the suburbs to start a family.
Given Vision's status as A, dead, and B, an android, he's not the most obvious choice for fatherhood.
Where did you two move from? How long have you been married? And why don't you have children yet?
There are plenty of ways to become parents, but something tells us that Wanda and Vision would have had trouble finding a surrogate, donor, or going the adoption route given their unconventional lifestyle.
I'm still me, I think. But that's not what everyone else sees.
Regardless, their household seems to include 2 little bundles of joy, and the implications are potentially massive. In the 1980s Marvel Comics, the couple did have a pair of twins, Tommy and Billy. Wanda actually created them using her magic. The same thing could have happened here.
With the help of attending magical physician Dr. Strange, Wanda gave birth to twins.
Given that Tommy and Billy's reincarnated selves went on to become superheroes Wiccan and Speed, we could be looking at the next generation of the MCU's Avengers. Number 4. Introducing a new big bad. After Thanos, where does the MCU go? With so many moving parts to consider, fan speculation has gone in every conceivable direction. Between Loki, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and this, WandaVision might seem the most out there and odd, but that also makes it a great platform upon which to lay the groundwork for a new major antagonist.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
Wanda's powers allow her to connect with major magical forces or perhaps even a being from another dimension. The current best candidates? First we have Demon Mephisto. His life force created Billy and Tommy in the comics. Keeping with the magical theme, Nightmare and Morgan Le Fay are also strong contenders.
Good evening, everyone. How nice to see you all.
But what about Ultron?
You're a madman.
One fan theory posits Ultron could still be hiding somewhere in Vision's mind.
You're the last one.
You were supposed to be the last.
Number 3. The Doctor Strange factor. Welcome to the multiverse.
I'm sorry, you're saying there's a multiverse?
Fans were understandably a little upset with how the multiverse was handled in Spider-Man Far From Home. It was basically a fake-out.
See, that wasn't so hard.
Given that it was presented as an elaborate ruse on the part of Mysterio, some worried that it was being kept on the shelf.
The story you created of a soldier from another Earth named Quentin fighting space monsters in Europe is totally ridiculous and apparently exactly the kind of thing people will believe right now.
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, however, strongly suggests otherwise.
You think you know how the world works? You think that this material universe is all there is?
We've been told that Wanda has a substantial role to play in the sequel.
So I keep a watch list of individuals and beings from other realms that may be a threat to this world.
We can't help but hope that it's comparable to that of Hulk in Thor Ragnarok.
We're the same, you and I. We're just a couple of hot-headed fools.
Yeah, same. Hulk like fire, Thor like water.
Others have suggested that Wanda could actually be at the heart of the titular madness, depending on how her sanity holds together in this trippy series.
This is really happening.
Number 2. House of M. Speaking of Wanda's sanity, the surreal world that she appears to be inhabiting in the trailer brings to mind this famous comic book arc. In House of M, Scarlet Witch becomes so distressed that she reshapes reality to satisfy her heart's desire. Given that the MCU version of Wanda lost her parents as a child, her brother in the Battle of Sokovia, and her partner Vision to Thanos, she's certainly got reason to be unhappy with life.
You took everything from me.
The trailer for WandaVision seems to suggest that her utopian existence is playing out on a limited scale. What if this is her own miniature House of M type scenario? And what if, as her power grows, it threatens to engulf the world? That would certainly have far-reaching implications worthy of Earth's mightiest heroes.
Want more Mojo? Ms. Mojo produces original, high-quality pop culture-related videos on all your favorite movies and shows. Plus, celebrity news, fashion, lifestyle, and more.
Hey guys, it's Phoebe with Ms. Mojo.
My name is Sam.
My name is Eliza.
And I'm Emily.
I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Ms. Mojo.
If you want videos on all the best reality shows, teen dramas, Disney movies, and sitcoms, be sure to check out Ms. Mojo for new videos every day.
Number 1. Bridging the gap to X-Men. One of the most tantalizing rumors about the WandaVision series is the potential involvement of Evan Peters.
Nothing anybody would believe if you told them.
The actor is best known for his work in American Horror Story and portraying X-Men's Quicksilver. The MCU already has its own version of the character, who was played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. Given his tragic death in Avengers Age of Ultron, however, a reunion between different versions of Wanda and Quicksilver would make for quite a big moment. Wow. It's far-fetched, but hey, we said the same thing about Spidey joining the MCU.
Big fan of Spider-Man?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Wanda's reality-bending ways could cause a multiverse crossover that starts with a visit with Quicksilver, but ultimately plants the seed for the X-Men to join the MCU.
A second chance. A better chance for everyone.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.